glaring at him this whole time.
Hello, everybody. We are back. As per Patreon, media, and Subgoal. Please support us wherever you can. So, players. Back at Grayskull Keep. Ace, this is your first time here. Moving into it and looking at the very large exterior walls of this estate, the beautiful foyer, open area inside past that wall, definitely looks like a military post of some kind, but it's been updated to look much more aesthetic. And the front sign is deliberately posted with the Vox Machina organization. Once you're past the walls, you do see the several different shrines to different deities associated with the members of this organization, and a beautiful hooked large looking blossom tree. Very beautiful establishment.
I think it was Canaros' first time here as well.
Maybe.
Very nice. Are there any small branches from the tree on the ground?
No, the tree never
Like small
wilts.
sticks. Oh, okay. Interesting. Very beautiful here.
Indeed.
No, you're just trying to get souvenirs. Teleport back.
Yeah.
Here's a little patch of dirt. Thank you.
Writes in its book. Yeah.
Yeah, the three of you are walking through, and doors in your familiarity with the establishment, you turn left and head directly towards the war room, where once you're inside, you do see the angry Dwarven woman who's currently cooking and getting food situated, and Scanlan sitting at the head of the table, already waiting. Hey, how are you all doing? And Ace, you have heard far and wide of the world's most legendary writer, Scanlan Short. He dwarves every other bard in comparison to his very tiny shadow.
Excuse. Wow. It is an honor to meet you.
A fan, hello,
Ace
good to
Stormbringer,
meet you.
yes.
And he throws you a card that has his name written on it. Like, signature.
Take it, put it in pocket.
So, hello, new people. Doorsman.
Dorzen.
All right, so, I talked with the rest of Vox Machina. They're a little hesitant, and you're gonna have to give us some details. The others don't really want to talk to any of you right now.
Not surprising.
Yeah, they don't like you, apparently. Your group as a whole.
Oh, poor Yurik and Prissa.
Well, that's probably my fault to begin with.
Oh, you're not here.
Oh.
Dorzen, Conaroth, and Ace. Those are the only three names I've said.
Wait.
Or sorry, not Dorzen. Conaroth, Ace, and Sir Yurik. I apologize. So he's addressing Sir Yurik. I apologize. Got it.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's addressing Sir Yurik instead. All right, so please, explain to me the fuck, why, who, and where.
Well, what we need from the Deathwalker's ward is blood from the one who resides currently in the graveyard thicket. We have gotten the other items needed, and as a result, we will not have to be requiring Deathwalker's ward itself as components in the ritual, meaning it will be safe and it will not be harmed.
Right? Continue explaining everything, because apparently I don't know nearly as much as I should, given the situation.
The ritual that we are going to do to stop him requires blood from him, a memento of his past life, and the tears of the Celestial. We have gotten both the tears of the Celestial and the memento of his past life, which Deathwalker's ward would have also qualified if we had been unable to find one. And it is the memento from a past life that is destroyed in the ritual. All we are needing now is his blood, which we can find either on the Deathwalker's ward or on another vestige located in the Underdark, inside a drow city.
Well, one is a lot easier than the other, since I have access to the ward. Right? All of you, weapons down, leave them here. Bags, focuses, everything. Leave them on the table.
Weapons and shields are there, yeah?
Include your wraps.
They just look like wraps.
No, he is way too smart for that. He looks at that and goes, nope, those off too.
Ace puts his
I-
shield and his.
I kind of just
walking
like
stick.
look at like they're kind of infused in my veins at this point.
I have a solution to that.
And they are a vestige themselves.
Yes, I have. That's why I'm very concerned. Close your eyes.
Eyes closed.
Manners. And a little ball just smacks against your body and whoosh, completely encases you and holds you still. All right, you're wearing that while we're heading there. Everyone else, everything off.
Ace starts to unbuckle his pants.
Armor and stuff as well.
Anything that I should be scared of, so weapons, items in your bags, focuses. You can keep those. But yeah, everything else is removed from all of you. All right. So, let us move. And he begins walking through the area. Conrath, you're stuck like hopping since your entire body is restrained by manners. Yeah. This is the problem when you're that dangerous. Scanlan ain't fucking around with you.
He doesn't even know the other half.
No, he doesn't, and he doesn't need to. Anyways, all of you move through the castle. Start heading downstairs, where you do hear through the one room, I think Sir Uric heard originally, the loud sounding of grinding and material being utilized and crafted. And further past that, there is a single door that kind of just sits against the wall that was even difficult to see to begin with, though the two of you's passives are high enough to take note of. As you kind of approach over towards that door, Scanlan waves his hands above his head, and all three of you, everything goes pitch black. No worries, just I need to do this secretly. You hear the jinging and chingling of different keys and different items. At one point in time, you hear, "Ah, fuck!" No worries, no worries. Everything is perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. Click. Okay, good, good. The door opens up. All right, all of you walk. Just follow the sound of my voice. Yes, there you go. Walk. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And as the three of you walk, eventually you are outside of the darkness bubble. Right through here, he heads through the door where you see there is a massive metal steel vault down here that he opened up as well. It looks similar, I think only Dorzim was here back then, to the one that you saw over in the ruins of Fort Doxio. Though this one looks way more updated and newer. Once you're inside, you see the remains of different armaments and weapons that have been used by previous Vox Machina members. They're adorned on statuettes. There's a large portrait of all 7 of them together on the back wall. There's a chair positioned, very small chair, right in front of that portrait. And you do see the 2 hulking designs to replicate both Grog and... As you're kind of looking at all of this, he goes over to the wall. You see on the statuette of Vax himself, and he looks at all of you. He goes, how do we find out what blood is his blood?
Locate creature.
Okay, who can do that?
Well, I don't have that prepared right now.
Yeah. All right. You points at you, Ace. Run upstairs. Ask for somebody by the name of Nightalth. Just start shouting his name. He's very skittish, and bring him here. Okay.
Certainly. And Ace will go.
I may be able to find it another way, though. But I would need my holy symbol.
What way?
Divination.
All right. Go upstairs with him. Grab your holy symbol. Just see if that works as well. Try that first, and then try Nightalth.
So it's just Kenroth and Scanlan in the vault.
Yep. The 2 of you run upstairs.
Yep.
Sir Yurik, you get into the chambers, which, everything's untouched. Nothing's been moved or manipulated, and you kind of sneak through and you grab your holy symbol and cast divination.
Yeah, I was going to bring it down with me and cast it. But we can just skip that. I'll ask for which specific item contains the blood of...
Where, dude?
What?
Yeah, don't say anything. You're not there.
Muttering to myself. Sorry.
No, you were muttering to him. Go ahead, Sir Yurik.
Yeah, I just need to just try to get you hold on the situation, because they have the item in their vault that we're looking for that
Yes.
has the blood on it, right? But we don't know specifically which item had the blood. Yeah, so I'm...
Well, you know which item has the blood, you just don't know what blood is his. Because a lot of people have worn that in the past.
Right. Okay, well then I will... and that is an armor, right?
This.
Yeah. So I'm going to ask, dear Lady of Light, will you please let me know which part of the armor on which part of the armor will I find the blood that we need?
Okay. I need you to roll me a D100.
I am. That's the second time today.
Yeah. You feel her presence around you, though you do not immediately see anything. You feel like her presence is within your mind.
I don't get an answer per se.
Not a physical or anything like that. Or sorry, not an in your mind answer.
No.
You just feel her presence.
And then I'm going to get up and walk down to the vault again.
You look in the vault and you see right around where the kidney is on the lower side for the armor, there is a shining gold aspect that was not there before.
All right.
And up by the clavicle.
I'm going to take out well, I suppose I don't have a dagger right now, but does anyone have anything I can use to scrape off the blood? I know where it is.
Scanlan pulls out an incredibly sharp and ornate-looking rapier.
Right. Thank you. I'm going to.
You kind of hear a humming as you're holding it.
Well, I'm going to take the rapier and walk over to the armor and holding it by the tip.
Up the blade.
Yeah. Just start scraping gently at the places where I see the light.
Be a survival check, please.
All right. I'm gonna use human determination. Get advantage. Doesn't help. God damn it.
You scratch the armor on many different parts, flaking off the blood best you can. It's not that careful. You're kind of trembling because of your worry towards the entire situation. And in fact, you'll actually hear Scanlan just whisper to you, like, "Hey, you'll do okay. Roll a d12." All right, 14's better than 12.
Yeah. I mean, like, I have effectively how much a plus 12 on that check with advantage?
Yeah. But you get as much of the blood off as you can and kind of hold it in your hands. It's very, very, very dry.
We need a vial or something.
Sure. You again, pointed Ace. Right next door where you hear all the fancy noises asking for a vial.
Will do.
Say I sent you.
I'm gonna run off and.
Notably, Ace and Conrath, I would like perception checks from both.
Certainly. 26.
6.
I'll tell you something when you get back.
Okay.
You run next door, and Scanlan looks over at you, Sir Yurik, and like looks at your holy symbol and goes, "Oh, you spent a few months with your wife, huh? Trained with her?
Yeah, she was my mentor.
No secret fetishes with that, or
Fetish, like an idol, you mean?
Oh, that's your style. Okay, I mean, then that's. Thank you for the compliment, but didn't try.
Try.
He's mean mugging you.
You know, I prefer humans.
Well, what the hell's wrong with her? Is she not beautiful?
Yes.
She is a
yes.
peak
She's
performance
very-
specimen. I mean, as far as any woman in this world is concerned, she's by far more beautiful than all of them combined.
Yes, I'm sure.
So you're saying that you would try? Give me
I'm
a
not
charisma
certain
saving throw, Yurik.
I'm not certain I should say anything.
That is the right answer.
Oh, wouldn't that be more suspicious?
No, he just goes, "I'm not sure I should say anything." That is the right answer. You are not going to win this game of words.
No.
I'm gonna out talk a bard.
Should I still roll
Not
the
a
same?
bard,
Or-
Scanlan Shorthold.
Yeah.
The bard.
Yeah. The bard that little bards have posters of in their room, aspiring to be like him one day. Amongst other activities.
Yes.
When you're in the hole, you can't dig your way out. But anyways, you come running back, Ace, with the vial. When you opened up the room, you did see a fairly darkened-skinned, but like completely hairless-looking individual, kind of look over at you and just, hi, can I help you? And he walks over, and he's pretty fucking big for a human.
Yeah, I need Scanlan needs a vial. I was told to run over here and...
Oh, yeah, the workstation over there, the empty one. The empty ones without corks on them.
No cork. Gotcha.
You go over and you see that there are rows and rows of dozens of vials, all of them with different coloration, some of them that look empty but are corked. Others, because of your insane passive, you can tell are slightly cloudy in there, and you're not sure what type of shit this individual is doing, but I mean, you've been around Jimmy at least long enough to know that you probably should not touch anything. But you grab one of the empty vials, and he looks at it and goes, be sure that it's, takes it in. Yeah, nothing's in there.
Oh, okay, great. Do you have a cork I can use once we get something in there?
Yes, and he hurries over and pulls out a small little cork, hands it to you.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Of course, take her. He shuts the door and locks it, and you hear probably 6 to 10 different locks going up as you run back over there, and as you kind of like move forward, and you see Yurik just like stumbling and fumbling over his words, going, I don't know I mean, like, but seriously, she is beautiful, isn't she? Yes. Yeah, and you would try something if you could, right? No. And why the hell not? Isn't she beautiful? It is a whole thing in Conrath. You're kind of stuck in the middle, just like
I can break these cuffs.
You could.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt. Here is the vial and...
Oh, perfect. Thank you. We were just having a nice conversation. Please fill it up.
Yes,
and he holds the
very
vial
nice.
up to you, Sir Yurik. And you've never felt a small person was so terrifying before.
I'm just looking at him like this. Okay, focus, task at hand. All right.
Shockingly, a 19 is not a save against Scanlan.
No.
Yeah, you slowly filter the little blood flakes into it, and you fill up maybe a quarter of an inch with it, and you're hoping that's enough. Ace, on the cusp of your vision, you look over at the Goliath stand of Grog, and something seems off about it.
I'm gonna move closer and look. Not touching anything, just visually inspecting.
As you kind of get close, start looking, Scanlan looks and goes, you're a learned person, huh? You know about all the big guys' stories? You know, back in the day, we used to run a lot of cities back and forth. Had them all under our fingers.
Fantastic.
Yeah, beautiful, right? Roll an investigation, Ace. You kind of like reach towards it a little bit, and he goes, what are you doing? And before he finishes the sentence, you touch where the belt is, and your finger goes through it.
Interesting illusion here.
He pushes you out of the way as best as his little body can try, and begins touching around it, and he just starts cursing very, very loudly. Shit. Fuck.
What's wrong?
They're missing.
Which are missing? What are missing?
His items are missing.
Shit.
Fuck. I knew one of us should have stayed behind to watch over everything. I told them one of us should be here just in case, but we want to have all of us there. All right, this is a problem for another day. Problem for another day. You say nothing about this to anybody with loose lips in your group or Vox Machina, okay?
Not a word. And if you need help after we finish saving the world,
I'll find it. I will find them all.
We're more than happy to help.
All right. You have what you came for. Leave. Go.
Just look at the bands.
Yes, let me close first. Just leave.
Hop out.
And he closes up the vault, closes the door, and waves his hand, and the door becomes invisible. And as you're all out there, he walks over to you and pushes a button kind of around your thigh and goes, "Manners," and it retracts into a ball, releasing against you.
Thank you.
All right. I'm heading back. All of you do what you have to do. You're going to meet us there in a couple of days. All right.
Yes.
Good. Yeah. Constant communication. Constant. Whenever you have an available moment, if there's any difference, if there's any updates, you contact me directly, okay?
Very well.
Good. Doesn't matter what time of day or night. I don't care. I will be available. Go. Waves his hand and begins drawing a circle on the ground.
Go up to the main room and wait for the others, I guess.
All three of you make it up there, and after about 5 more minutes, Dorzin, Jimmy, and Prissa all kind of walk in around the same time.
Welcome.
Hi, yeah, so is Scanlan here? We need to tell him about the ritual and what we need from the ward, the Deathwalker's ward.
oh, we already talked to him. No worries.
Oh,
Yeah, we're taking care of.
We have
have
some
blood.
blood. Hopefully it is enough.
it just has to be a small amount and solidified. And we need it from both parties, in fact. She looks to Dorzin.
Well, I communed with Sarah and Ray to guide me in the matter, and I think we have all we need. I was
I guess,
guided to the parts of the armor that contained the blood.
I guess all that's left then is to perform the ritual and do this then, right?
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
Is there anything we should try to take care of before we do this?
Once the ritual is up, I remember you saying that it is good until Dorzin deals the final blow. So there is no time once the ritual is complete other than the barrier.
No, I understand that. What I'm referring to is once we go on this course of action, I don't think there's any going back until it's do or die.
I believe we should do the ritual, get a long night of rest, and then start making our way.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
So the plan tomorrow then is to teleport us there. Prissa, is that?
if otherwise it would take us a couple of days to get there.
How much time
Yes.
do we have left, Dorzin?
It's been 2 days. There.
Jero, how much time do we have left? Using my keen mind.
You guys are responsible for keeping track of these aspects of the game yourselves.
We got like 4 or 5 days left because we only spent 2 in Nuoa.
So here we go.
Let's go with 3 then.
Let's assume the worst 3.
And how long does it take to travel to the thicket by foot?
At least 2. to where we're meeting them up, I would say at least 2.
Then what we could do is teleport there and rest outside the thicket
But
after the ritual is complete.
we have Dorzen has to bathe in the tears for the ritual to succeed. So it's I'm not sure exactly how we're gonna. Prisoners go silent, thinking over the ritual and how the locket, I guess, would be bathed in tears, or he'd bathe in those tears.
You could wear it.
You also have to remember, have your weapon. Wait, was the weapon that was the tears or the blood?
Yeah, no, it's he has to be bathed in it, and then the remaining tears are imbued into the weapon.
Oh, here's your scimitar, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks for the loan.
While you guys go over the logistics, I'm going to talk to Pyramar, because I don't know how he's going to like having blood put on him.
Tears.
It's not the blood, it's the tears.
Close enough.
Pyramar seemed kind of cranky last time I spoke to him.
That was because you lifted him and tried to smack something with him.
Yeah, he's a weapon.
I guess in the meantime, I'm gonna try to finish this book, because maybe it could be useful. So I guess the plan is rest tonight and then perform the ritual in the morning before meeting up with Vox Machina, or...
I think we should perform the ritual tonight. Then rest.
Alright,
agree
in
with
that
Kara.
case, I'll go over my notes again, so I don't mess up the ritual at all.
Very well.
Do we know if there is any chance at all that our enemy will be able to sense that we have performed the ritual?
Well, he already knows we're trying to do it. He effectively told me this to my face.
I don't know if... Does he know about the ritual itself, or just that we're trying to find the means?
I doubt he knows about the ritual itself, because she told us about it, or rather, that's where we learned it. But as far as the items for it, I imagine he would probably have some idea that we're tampering with something that is his, if he cared.
And, well, I guess we should do the ritual today then, and hopefully get a full night's rest.
Agreed.
So, are you all staying at the keep?
Should we be closer to the forest first, so we don't have to use we don't have to teleport there, so I can have a...
What I think we should do is do the ritual here, teleport to the thicket, and rest outside the thicket.
That sounds reasonable.
Right. Teleport to the thicket.
Well, ritual here, then the thicket, I think is what we're going to do.
Ritual first, yep.
Right.
And we'll go.
So are you ritualing now or resting now?
We're doing the ritual in Emon, and
Yes.
then we're teleporting out and resting.
Now.
Not resting.
Okay, good. That's what I needed.
Yeah.
So, where are you performing this ritual?
Does the Raven Queen have a chapel or something in Emon?
Yes.
There would be
I
thematic.
say we go there.
Agreed.
Then, all of you begin walking through town. The air tastes different tonight. The scenery seems more vibrant, and all of you feel more alert than you usually do. Take specific notes of the city, the dwellings, people, and you begin realizing that this may be your final walkthrough. Coming days, you don't know what's going to happen. You walk past the beautiful shopping center filled to the brim with individuals watching, strolling, going through their casual and easy lives, and some of you can't help but to feel that pang of how blessed they are to not share in any of this responsibility. You walk past the homes of people setting up their dinners very casually, serving it, smelling the brine pork or the sweet savoriness of hot pies. The simplicity of it all striking all of you. You walk towards the higher district, and even the guards seem at ease by comparison to what you're all feeling. Walking through, no problem. Looking at the magic shop, Gilmore's Incorporated. The large tower connecting to the Lyceum. All of the nobles, all of the homes, all of the simplicity. This acute awareness weighs heavy on each of you. Even for those of you that don't usually notice things. Just the idea that something can go wrong. That'll be it. The mortality of it all. The heavy weight, indescribable that all of you now have. As you approach closer to the Temple of the Raven Queen, about a block away, you are met by the first follower, adorned in the full black robes with the mask hiding their face, leaving it expressionless. They bow. Further down the road, you see more of them, lining the exterior, around the hedges, up the pathway. Probably a dozen individuals. Every single one takes the time to look directly at all of you and bow their heads. You make it up the ramp towards the doors, which are open before you, into the wide open chamber. Everything seems to be pushed and moved out of the central location. Very open for anybody to be in here. And as you all walk in, you're followed behind by all of the devoted priests and priestesses. They encircle around you, give you a wide berth, and one steps forward. They have shoulder guards on top of their robes made to symbolize feathers draping across their body. And they're the only one not wearing a mask. Very gentle, kind, female elven face. Fairly old. If it is anything you need from, speak it. Give you peace, we will give you sanctuary. And we will be sure that this ritual is safe from any other foreign eyes. She nods
Thank you.
takes a step back. Brissa, Jimmy, Sir Yurik. The three of you are pivotal in how well this ritual goes. It's a very dangerous one to commit to. You know that if you make one slip up, you can defile Dorzin's soul forever. You can make him lose it. Kill him. Not the temporary death that all of you are comfortable with. Permanent. This is going to be a 3-part skill check challenge. Firstly, Conrath and Ace, neither of you have done any dependable research onto the specifics of the ritual. So neither of you are capable of assisting. Two of you are asked to simply gather anything they step back respectfully.
Is Ace allowed to give us bards?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I'm saying
No,
they can't assist you
no.
before you ask.
You leave now.
All right, bye. No. So yeah, I'll give them the right before the ritual starts. I'll give them each an inspiration.
The first part is laying down the circle, constructing it, placing the chalk onto the floor that is necessary for this. The drawing of this depiction is going to be difficult and is going to be a sleight of hand check. Or sorry, a dexterity check. If you are proficient in Arcana, you can add your proficiency bonus to this. Which one of the three of you wishes to do this aspect of the ritual?
Looking at Jimmy.
Sleight of hands, careful hands.
No, it is dexterity plus proficiency if you're proficient with Arcana.
Okay, I heard sleight of hand.
I misspoke.
That's alright.
Would it be so? That's one. Can we know what the other parts of the ritual are, or do we have to do it one at a time?
Do you want no suspense in this game whatsoever?
Well, I mean,
Jimmy
it
is
might
going
help
to
plan
do
it out.
There we go.
Okay.
This game is more than mechanics and explanations. It's storytelling.
Alright, guys, let me get this set up for us. We need to be a little careful. Ouch.
Guidance, Jimmy.
Tink, tink.
I have never been more certain about what you must do now, Jimmy. There's your inspiration.
Ace, can you tell me a story? One where the knowing mistress wasn't a coward?
Ace comes up with a beautiful story. Do you want me to roll persuasion or performance?
Persuasion. I want persuasion.
You come up with one?
And Prissa, no, you're preparing for one of the other aspects that you are going to be best at, which is going to be the incantation of the ritual.
30, Jimmy.
That's what I was looking for. All right, I will accept your bardic inspiration, sir. We got beef. It's gonna take a little more than just I cast this. All right. You said a dexterity check, Jara?
If you're proficient with Arcana, add your proficiency bonus.
Okay, so just flat dex. I have bardic inspiration and guidance.
Yeah.
Jesus. All right. Here's the roll. Oh wait, I have. Oh wait, no, I don't. Prissa has the. Good thing Prissa has the inspiration. All right, here we go. Hey, wait for it. Roll. D4.
Nice.
Cool. 1d10.
I believe it's a D10.
That's good.
Flash of Genius. 5.
So 13,
21, 26.
12. I didn't get 12. 13 plus 8 is 21 plus 5, 26. All right, you got to the right answer. I just never hit 12. Alrighty. As you sit on the floor and begin taking the chalk and very intricately drawing it out, you grab the different components and the different crystals that need to be blended and chiseled with the chalk over to Ouch as he continues walking around, utilizing him.
Plus 5, I forgot, for Arcana, 31.
There we go.
Proficiency, yeah, I forgot that. Sorry.
You take the time to draw it down specifically how you remember it written in those books. The very intricate nature, the full circle encompassing the cycle of a life that has to transpire. The drawing of the calligraphy inside, representing the disturbed flow from Vordvik. How his cycle has ended abruptly and shifted outside of its usual. Then the same flow from Dorzin's. Drawing exactly how his life has been disturbed time and time again, outside of the natural cycle that is meant to be for. And as you're doing this, you start gleaming inside of the intricacy. You having that mechanical mind, you break things down further than just you need to know how things work. And you realize how difficult it is to find two individuals whose experiences have disturbed or altered their path similarly. How this aspect is attached to them on a level that is not tangible, is not feasible, but is existent. And how not just machines can have similar components, but people can as well. And you start gleaming how the cycles between lives, the courses of fate, is kind of like a machine. How if the gears don't fit properly and move in the proper sequence and orders, everything would come to a grinding halt and cease to exist. You continue drawing the experiences between the two of them as best as you have known and have learned. And you draw that connection between the two, grabbing a ruby colored chalk, the red line streaking between the two of them. And you connect every point, one to another, as they were altered for themselves. Very intricate detail. Very time-consuming. However, as you've completed the connection between the two, you need the filter. The items that will allow the two of them to merge together. So you set up 3 smaller circles inside. You draw them perfectly and precise. And you label them in written runic markings so that Prissa, when she has to lay down the infusing items, knows specifically where they go. Now it is at this point that there is utter silence in the room. You've drawn forth magic outside of this world. A power and summoning of it. Its attention brought to, and a cough, a word, can be devastating. What happens to that magic if it hears or adapts to it? Step away from the circle. Prissa. You, having your understanding of Arcanum, know how you have to divvy up these items very specifically and meld them into one. You have the blood from both Dorzin and Vorvik. You have the locket, the tear. And you have the feather from previous life. What item do you have of Dorzin's from his previous?
Well, I'm just trying to remember what Dorzin gave for that one. Because I believe it was your, not your holy symbol, but your something from your Feywild past.
Can't hear you, Dorzin. Nope.
I'm looking over my stuff because I know I remember what this was, but I can't.
Yeah, because we needed both the something from him and from you, and you had already decided on something. I just can't remember what it was.
Now we're learning why note-taking is so important.
I mean, you can take all the notes in the world. It's finding those notes that can be a little bit of a hassle, too.
On your character sheet, there is an area called Treasure. Krissa, you were the one inside of the vision, correct? You're the one who saw Dorzin's vision?
Yes.
Okay.
No. No, I saw Ilaren's.
You saw Ilaren's.
It was Ilaren who saw Dorzin's.
Mm-hmm. I also saw mine.
Did?
Oh, wait. I had my old horseshoes, didn't I? I can't remember.
I think it may have been you may have offered your own mask, because I think we still have those.
Yeah, I still have that. Right, because it was symbolizing my connection to my family of the Feywild. I think that was my reasoning.
Mm-hmm. Way back when you guys swapped and went back in time. I think that's what you mentioned. Well, anyway, I can't talk. That's metagaming. Sorry, I'll shut up.
Ace remembers and he wasn't even there.
Note taking. So is that what you hand over, Dorzin?
Yes, I'll hand over the mask containing effectively my pivotal moment of the Feywild.
Alright. Krissa, you put the locket and the mask northward. The direction of progress. The direction that holds power towards the shift and the change of everything. You place them down in the circle very carefully. Or the mask and the feather. Now, Prissa, I would like an Arcana check from you.
I'm going to use the DM Inspiration for advantage.
And you do not have inspiration since it took an hour for Jimmy to draw, unless somebody wishes to risk disturbing the ritual.
And needless to say, I'm flashing this shit.
Yeah. 26. You place the items very precariously, and you cover them with a little bit of the dried blood and the little bit of wet blood from Dorzin. Each one. And you grab the amulet, the locket, and you approach over towards Sir Uric. Hand that to him as you kind of kneel down and reach into the depths of your mind, covering your ears as best as you can, and you begin the incantation of fate. Your words are to stave off any outside influence that wishes to disturb this line. The only power mortals have over immortal beings, their ability to choose, their ability to alter. And if you falter for just the briefest of moments, Prism, in your incantation, then something can disturb fate. Block out all sound. Just focus on the words, visualizing as they were written inside of the tome. And keep chanting and weaving magic in your mind. You all watch as the circle glows vibrantly. This pulsating purple hue entering into the room. Sir Uric.
No.
Dorzen. You step into the circle, heading from the south side, and as you enter inside, you feel the same weight and pressure slam into your body. It hurts. You can barely continue standing under this massive weight and massive pain. I need you to give me a strength saving throw. Buckle to your knees. Pain is intense. It is rippling through you, and you felt it for a moment when you touched the feather before, but this is perpetual. You are feeling the weight of two destinies, two lives on top of you. Sir Uric, you have the locket in your hand. The tear must be blessed. It must be holy. It must be pure. The divinity of this is important. If this locket is corrupted even by the slightest frailing, then it will allow Borvik to turn the order and course of this incantation. Everything else has been set up perfectly for you. Dorzen is bearing the weight just barely. What prayer do you give to this locket? Everyone else, stop typing and be respectful, please.
So, you just reiterate just again. It's supposed to ward off any outside influence.
It needs to be pure.
I take the locket in my hand. I stare at it, and I then stare at Dorzen. And I say, in the name of all that is good and holy, in the name of all the good gods and the Raven Queen, I sanctify this relic in her name, so that it may be pure and incorruptible. And so that it will help you, Dorzin, to achieve your purpose.
Sir Yurik, I would like you to give me a wisdom check. If you are proficient in intimidation, add your proficiency bonus.
I am not. Just a wisdom check. And I cannot give myself guidance on this.
Unless you want to risk it. You may.
Oh, I'm not going to risk it. But I will use my session inspiration to get advantage. And I have the D10 inspiration from Ace, right?
Unless he wants to risk it. It's been over an hour. The inspiration fades.
Oh, okay. Well, based on how I'm rolling, I think I'm going to need some assistance with this.
You're getting flashed regardless.
Right.
Player to player, you got this.
All right. And don't blame me if the dice fucks me up, okay?
Well, we'll just
all
say
part of the
Joe
game. It's all
hacked
part
it.
of the fun. It's all part of the fun.
Yeah, because the last time I rolled, it was a double 2, so... All right. That's just my wisdom. And no proficiency.
Correct.
All right. 15.
20.
20.
You speak the words with confidence and assertiveness. You being one of the few individuals in this realm who have been in the presence of multiple. And for your newfound understanding of the Raven Queen. Knowing that she is not good. She is not evil. She is. Her purpose is neutrality. Her purpose is preservation. Preservation over death and destiny alike. Give homage to her. Give homage to all of the other. And inside of the locket, you see a shining light. Very small light. Open. You take the locket. And you approach door. Still under this buckling. You move into this, and for what feels like minutes, you feel the same weight crushing against you. The weight that your friend is about to endure. Not just for you, but for everybody. For the shopkeepers in town, the families still enjoying their dinner. For every single person. Place it over his head. Prison. As the locket settles against your chest, you feel the light in this room, the shining purple, darken and begin moving closer and closer towards you. Encasing and slowly fading upon your exterior. The purple lingers on your skin, all across your body. And as the ritual comes to an end, you feel all of that pressure and weight move into the necklace. You manage to stand up. Orson. Because of the rolls, you have suffered 2 levels of exhaustion. However, that thing I messaged you about a long time ago is now active inside of you. Everybody in the chamber. The party first looks around, not sure if that was perfect, if that went off properly, if there was any hiccups or mistakes. Prissa, you're currently riling through your mind, examining every aspect of this over and over and over and over and non-stop, relentlessly trying to figure out, was there any mistakes? Did anything corrupt it? Did anything alter it? And as you are doing this, you feel a hand on your shoulder. And you see Dorzen. Smile.
Quick question, is it still... Yeah, actually, no, she can do this quietly. She hugs him.
He feels warmer. All of the priests and priestesses walk up to you, Dorzen. One by one, grab your hand. Just place it against their forehead. They all leave, aside from the one unmasked individual. She is the last one to show her thanks to you, to your sacrifice. As everybody else leaves, you all let out a deep sigh. Partial relief.
I think it worked. Dorzen, come here. I need to check a few things. I'm gonna look up at him, shine a light into his eyes, check his pupils.
I look very tired.
I think it worked as well, Jimmy.
Dorzen, it looked like you were under a lot of weight there. Are you okay?
I might need a couple days to sleep, but I feel fine.
I just want to let you know, Dorzen, even though you're holding this weight by yourself, I'll be here to help, alright?
We're all by your side in this. We will support you as much as you need.
I'll even stand under you and try to hold you up if need be.
Thank you. All of you.
I can't carry your destiny for you, but I can carry you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Ace chuckles.
Just saw the reunion video.
Jimmy, Ace, since you two are the more analytical people towards this situation, less emotionally invested, I would like the two of you to please whisper roll a religion check.
I don't believe in religion, but I'll do
It is associated with the craft, not.
I will do it.
I always thought it a bit, well, stupid really that religion is intelligence based, because clerics are wisdom.
It's the understanding of the religion, which is why it's intelligence.
Yeah. Takes a long time to go through all those dusty Bibles.
Right. Yeah. So I set up the whisper, and then if I just click it, it'll. If I click the thing, it should whisper to you.
And Jimmy, are you going to flash your genius on that, since you are analyzing the situation?
I mean, yeah. If it would apply in that way, yes.
Yes.
There you go.
Oh,
all right, you did not set up whisper.
It's right there. It's right there. Oh, you know what? I clicked out to click the thing.
There you go.
Did you click 2GM from your character sheet?
Yeah, it has the /W and it pulled up his DM, PP, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. Alrighty. But anyways. Jimmy. You just drew power from outside TalDorei. Outside of the weave. That magic that the three of you combined, and the understanding of it, was beyond that of the magic that is allowed within this world. You cast a 10th level spell.
Aw, shit.
So now you know it's possible. And that was on your journey for knowing and understanding vestiges and how to alter them.
And it's all because I rolled a 10 on the D20.
Ignore this if you get it. If anything pops up, I'm just testing it again.
Sure.
Nope. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
Me neither. Let me look at your sheet.
So that's done with. I guess now to the forest.
Your sheet should look different now. It now has toggle, so you can just click one of those options. So click GM Whisper, and then roll. I'll head over to the forest.
You can get us there, Prissa, absolutely.
Alright then. And with that, Prissa will...
You should message Scanlan before heading over there that we're heading that way.
That's a good idea.
He wished for updates.
You're very insistent on it.
And Prissa goes ahead and casts sending again to Scanlan. Prissa here. We completed the ritual successfully, and we are going to be on our way to the thicket now. Where can we meet you?
It's 24 exactly. All right.
The response. Don't come by the north section. Enter through a different part. Good job completing it. Get the job done, no matter what, okay?
Alright, that kind of got Prissa worried, so she's going to send again, and ask, what's going on?
You don't need to worry about this.
Can we have like a small conversation,
Sure.
or is it because I'm trying to remember how sending works.
Technically, it's you have 25, they have 25. It's a letter in the mail, but it's annoying just to go, I send again, I send again.
That's fair.
It's a 25-word conversation on both sides.
It doesn't sound like nothing.
It's not your problem, what it is. Your problem is what's in there, not this.
Don't die, and don't let anyone die.
As if I could die.
Then Prissa's gonna return, looking at her party. Her expression a little more grave, but at the same time determined. And yeah, she wants to teleport the party. Where should we teleport?
Ooh, why not where we saw Mitch last?
That's actually that's a good idea. It's not north. Yeah,
That's
teleport
the
there.
side of the forest, right?
Yeah, and plus that was within a month. That was within a month, so Prissa kind of still has that like mental image of it.
Yeah. So,
Gotta love keen mind.
roll me a D100.
Yeah, should I roll it? Does anyone else want to roll it?
You roll it. You're the one casting.
Okay.
I don't remember the table for that, but I don't think that's good.
So, you teleport 40% of our bodies.
No.
40 should be fine. It's like
40's good. You've seen it casually.
And I keen mind, so it's
Yes, but you've seen it casually. You're not very familiar.
that's okay.
No. You teleport everybody, and everybody twists and swirls around inside of this area. Much more easy way of movement than Sir Urik's, though his was much faster. And you land in an open field. You see the thicket maybe 2 or 3 miles away from you. You got a similar area.
That's what we needed.
Not bad, just a 2 to 3 mile walk. And Dorzen is beyond exhausted right now.
shit. Teleport's one action. I thought it was 10 minutes.
No, that's like
Teleportation
plane
circle.
shift.
Dude.
Yeah.
Teleport
That's
is
funny.
so good.
That's why Ace is now collecting little
Which is
keepsakes.
why
Yeah,
it's,
yeah.
Which is why it's 7.
It's the GTFO button as well. Guys,
Yes,
we don't
no
want to be here
components.
anymore.
And it's just vertical.
Vertical components.
Vocal components.
The vertical components.
Don't do anything for it.
We got one. Just
No, if anything,
Hey,
it's
you
like
go up.
peace suckers, and then just disappear.
yeah, I mean, that's why you don't teleport into the Underdark.
Yep.
Yeah. Why'd it be
Hey,
like
you'll
a
arrive. But where's the adventure in that? You have no idea where you'll pop
Certainly
up.
try.
Smash into
Anyways.
a wall.
You're about 3 miles outside of it. You all begin journeying, trying to track down, and with your keen mind feature, you know where Mitch's campsite is.
I'll go ahead and since it's kind of rude not to, I'll use a higher level spell slot to send to Mitch.
Okay.
Mitch, Prissa here. We've done what we need to do, and we're ready to face him. We're on our way to the campsite we were at before.
Oh, that's very nice. Is Dorzen all right?
He's got the weight of the world on his shoulders, but we're here to help.
So he's fine. Good. As long as he still has all 6 of his limbs. 7, technically.
Wait, what's the 7th?
You should know. Your eye height.
Oh, actually, I'm pretty sure. Actually, I'm pretty sure Prissa. Yeah, she does say that, and she just goes red, but none of you know why.
Your tiny gnome.
Yeah.
So you all continue walking up. And you see there is a massive wall of fire at the barrier as Mitch is sitting on a stump once again, just reading a book casually. Hello. Welcome, everybody. How are you?
Dorzen is tired, that's for sure.
Yes, we need to rest.
Well, it's only 2 more hours of my shift, and then we can... At that time, I'll open up the door.
That's fair.
Thank
Do you mind if I read with you?
Read whatever you would like.
Right. And with that, Prissa will pull out the cross magic book and continue just trying to finish this thing, because it could be useful.
Could be, yeah. Everyone else is waiting all around. He continues just flipping through his book casually.
Oh, I'm not just waiting. If we got 2 hours at a time, I'm working.
Yeah. But that's what I assume Jimmy does when he's waiting.
Sure.
Kanaroth would do 2 things. One, pray to Ioun that this goes well. And also just silently, thankful that nothing interfered with that ritual.
Does he want to say a prayer to Asmodeus as well?
What's up, Devil Daddy? How you been? Just thanks for the new present. You know, they match my aesthetic.
To be honest, I was thinking about it. But I'm like, probably not.
We did that with someone who has a freaking deal with Asmodeus 5 feet away.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
It's
And
fine.
he didn't do anything.
Sure.
It's fine. It's fine. The world's on fire. It's fine.
Ace, are you doing anything?
Yeah, Ace is going to take notes about the journey and the ritual and start composing a song.
Now, you do know under the rule of Ioun, you cannot place down specific information about the ritual, just an
Right.
over-encompassing narrative.
Right. More about feeling and yeah.
Quick question, Jero, too, for how long rests work. So, if I want to use a spell but then regain all my spell slots for the long rest, like if I sleep 6 hours and then the other 2 hours is just like light activity, right? So sleep 6 hours, cast the spell I want to, and then
You don't recover that
light
spell
hours?
slot for the long rest. If you
Shit, alright.
cast a spell or use a resource during your long rest, you do not have it for the following day. You need a full 8 hours of completion in order to recharge everything.
All right, that's too bad. I wanted to use that late. You'll figure it out when I use it. So I'm just telling you now. I wanted to try to use languish, use that, have that prepared. So when we do this,
I have to do it the day of.
yeah.
Yeah. So how many days would it take for us to actually get into where we need to go in the thicket?
You, Dorzen, Prissa would all know that it takes roughly a day and a half's travel if you move at a very quieted pace through the thicket to find the base and entry that you are familiar with into the system of chambers down below.
Well, I don't know if we're gonna be going all stealth like at all, but
Your call, however you want to go in. I'm just letting you know.
so plan of attack. We rest now. We go in, and then we rest again before before we try to end this, or
If possible. However, we should be conservative on our resources.
Conservative or not, it's the distance that's the problem.
The
Dorzen.
distance is fine.
You are moving very slowly. And I'll go ahead and ritual cast tiny hut, and we can make camp here.
That's good. Although in 2 hours, Mitch is going to help us with that as well.
If you want to begin resting now, it's no problem. I'm not offended by other spellcasters. By the way, you're still here. At you, Ace.
Oh, yes, of course. And I see...
Curious. He goes back to reading.
Oh, Mitch, well, you're here. Can you tell us a little bit about contracts with devils and such?
Why, are you in the market to make...
No, hypothetically speaking, what if you had a friend that made such a deal?
Krissa, did you make a deal with an infernal creature?
No, I have a friend who did.
And is this friend also very small?
No, this friend is
It's
actually
the
very
fucking
large.
dog.
You point at Conorath. He slowly rotates his head up to you, Conorath. Well, first and foremost, do you know which lord they were under?
It was Asmodeus.
Those are very common contracts. Okay, do you know what tier of a devil they were?
It was Asmodeus.
You mean actually?
Yep.
He closes his book, stands up, and he slaps the book across your face as hard as he can. Which is not very hard. You suffer 2 points of bludgeoning damage.
Hey, that's 2 more than Prissa dealt.
I'm sorry. Stupid actions deserve to be punished.
Thank you.
I did the same thing actually, except I just punched him.
Why would you hurt your own hand? He's made out of, like, fucking rock.
I was a little emotional at the time because that was a really not smart move.
He looks at his book, which is, like, slightly bent. So, you made a deal with the Lord of the Hells.
Oh, that's not even getting started.
Please, yes. Elaborate. What specific? Keep in mind, by telling me the particulars of this, I could manipulate favor if I was a devious individual. I'm letting you aware of this now before you all start yelling at me. Oh, he was deceiving me this whole time. For some reason, some of y'all really hate me.
I don't.
Thank you.
I'm warming up to you.
3 favors in return for gaining the power and the ability to stop him.
Okay, and
And
what
a point to
were
his
the
sword.
stipulations of the fate?
Canoff's just silent.
Yep.
He flips the book over and goes, I have to do this. Crack the other cheek. 2 more points of bludgeoning, Conorath.
Still got temporary hit points.
Yeah, it's more like a it's a moral wound. What do you say, Jimmy? You're muted.
Mitch, will you stop doing that? It's not helping anything.
Oh, for him it was very helpful to reaffirm that those were stupid activities. Now, if he thinks of it again, hopefully he will remember the strike to his head and think a second time.
To be fair, Yurk was the one who banished me to that place.
Right under the bus.
How is that fair? Banishment does not dictate where you were.
He had calm emotions prepared and he used banishment instead.
Curious. I don't care. Regardless, you're now on my shit list of potential threats of this world. He can ask you to do anything.
That goes for me as well, Conroll.
He can ask you to do literally anything. And if you deny him the repercussions of it will be a merut.
I think you sneezed.
No. And you are not physically, mentally, archaically, or divinely capable of handling a creature like that. They are the enforcers of law.
Indeed.
So, if he asks you to do something, remember every fucking word he says. Write it down. Talk to somebody far smarter than you. My recommendation, points at Prissa, points at Dorzin, points at Sir Yurik. And then points at himself.
I'm the smartest person in the goddamn room.
You are, but you're not wise at all. Well, sounds like the village has to burn.
Very well.
Nice attempt at deflecting blame there, Kamarov.
Yes, Prissa.
That how?
Oh no! The raising the hand thing was for when you said smartest people here. Smarter
Yes,
people
yes,
here.
yes. Yes. That was
I'm well
very,
aware of that
very
now.
stupid.
You did it in less than a minute.
That's about 12 seconds. Actually.
Less than 12 seconds.
There's, I don't think there's any more need to play the blame game right now. I mean,
I
knows
would
this
argue,
one.
I would beg to differ. He needs to know that his actions were. Have you ever trained a dog before? Excuse the pun. Sometimes when it messes up, you grab its head and you point towards the mess. Say, it's shit on the carpet. You go, no, that's very bad. Very bad, and you keep telling it's very bad, and over time, it will know that it's very bad. He holds the book up. Same thing. Though I have no remorse for striking you, I would not hurt it.
But we gained stuff out of it. It's no excuse, but considering the time crunch, I figured it was a necessary price to pay.
Evil. Correct term. Necessary evil.
It was a price to pay. One that I now have to deal with.
Oh, you're so very wrong.
Yes.
Will
You
be
think
including
these
this
peop-
on the note to your grandmaster?
Like, you really think these people are gonna let you bear a burden by yourself?
No. I just look at doors and just like, no.
So it's their burden to.
And what would you have done earlier, Kamarov, if your new liege would have asked you to intervene in the ritual when we were doing it?
Depending on the
Saying
wording.
that's one example of a very particular moment that was of great importance to our entire world.
Sorry, let's pause you real quick. James.
Yeah.
He tosses you a key. Go into my home. Go over to my study. That would be file 13, tome number 6. The words of the beast.
Got it.
Thank you. Oh, and while you're in there, there's a tiny box on the desk as well. It's a congratulations gift.
Ooh, nice. All right, I'll take a look.
So Jimmy turns around with the key, sticks it in the air, unlocks, and a door appears. You go into his study and you do find the small box. It is packaged with a beautiful tied blue ribbon, this very, very fine-looking gold wrapping paper. Looks very ostentatious. There's no possibility in the world you would not recognize it. You take that, you go through his filing cabinet, you find the book.
Hold on. He's being so nice to me. I'm gonna pull out my little cube thingy, touch it, have my chest appear, and I'm gonna leave a little ouch construct from inside of it, right where the gift was left for me. And then I'll snap it away and go get the rest of this.
Thank you. You come outside and you're holding the tome on top of the box, and the box is like a little smaller than your chest, so it's pretty small. And you hold it up. Thank you. He takes the book and just slams it on your chest, Conaroth. Read that. Every single page. 36 times.
Fine.
Once you are done, I am going to have a long conversation with you about how to make proper dealings with these different creatures and test to see if you actually read it 36 times. If you did not, you are reading it another 36 times.
Welcome to high school.
Actually, hearing that sort of thing, Prissa does look a little excited because that's the closest thing to school she's had in a while.
Yes!
That might be for making deals with devils. The Fey version is like an encyclopedia collection.
Well, actually, it's just one page. Don't. Devils can be manipulated in your favor. Fey, just don't try. You're not gonna
The
win.
reason it's so thick is because anyone who tries to find it, it comes to life and just smacks them.
No. Magic mouth on the actual thing. It's just a mimic. No.
No, if anything, I wouldn't be surprised if the Fae hired Jimmy to just put magic mouths around their forests. You know.
So, Honorath, you have this book. Jimmy, do you open your package?
Yeah, absolutely.
Inside, you find what appears to be an onyx-covered tiny little dog. Very, very tiny. It's a personal construct that I had commissioned not very long ago. Similar to your ouch contraption. However, nowhere near as intelligent. But it does have some interesting features. The command word is heal. He says it, and it pops out into a small little corgi that just lands right in front of it. And it's all mechanical. Just a mechanical corgi. The only reason you know it's a corgi is because the ears and the heart-shaped butt.
Well, that's pretty impressive. I didn't know. Did you make it, Mitch?
I did not. I commissioned somebody else.
I thought you were paying attention all the well.
I am, and this is beyond my comprehension, really. And I've been a little busy helping you and your friends.
Amazing. I'd love to meet whoever made this thing.
So, what you do with it, think of a mundane or specific object or item.
Okay.
All right. Actually, let's make it a little easier. He holds up the book. Think of this. Memorize it. Look. You're built like a brick shithouse. Hands it to you, Conaroth. Yeet it as far as you can that way.
Sure.
Athletics? Yeah.
Fuck it, I'm going like it for just for the lulls. For the advantage.
23. It goes flying. All right. Now think of it in your head. Look at the creature and command it fetch.
Fetch.
It goes running.
Oh my god, it runs so cute.
It does.
Is it like about corgi size?
Yeah.
Can it live? Well, I imagine it's mechanical. Doesn't matter. Yeah, I can probably do that. All right. Cool.
But it runs, and it moves pretty fast, faster than most of you at least. And after it runs for probably 30 seconds or so, it comes running all the way back, and it has the book in its mouth, and it places it down.
It's a retriever.
Exactly. It can only grab something that weighs less than 200 pounds and no larger than medium size. It moves 40 feet per round until it gets the object. It does not have to see the object. It will locate it itself as long as it can be magically located.
Send it after the message in the Underdark.
And what was the range you said, Jared?
It goes 40 feet per round, and it has 1 minute of being active. after you command it to fence. So up to 400 feet. It has an AC of 12. Pretty quick. And it has 15 hit points.
I certainly appreciate it. Thank you very much, Mitch. I'll have a closer look at it later. Does it like deactivate?
As it drops it right in front of you, it deactivates back into its little onyx form.
And I take it that's 1 minute use once a day?
It's 1 minute fetching. When you use it, it's active for an hour.
Okay, 1 hour per day.
Yeah. So, a couple hours go by with Honorath, Prissa, and Mitch all reading.
Just grumbling. He's smart.
Yeah, you're smart, but like you don't study. You're the type of smart that like you know things because of word of mouth. But anyways, yeah.
Prissa's trying to power read through this book because she, like I said, she wants to finish it because it could be useful.
But with everybody resting up, after the 2 hours, the door is open for anybody to go in there. You can rest up in a bed, very comfortable, access to whatever amount of food, training, niceties you all require before. Doors in. The gigantic beanbag chair in your room is so fucking comfy. So comfy.
What was the name of the one in the underground that we just had? That one that Dorzen made a deal with.
What?
What was the name of that one creature that Dorzen...
Bip.
No, not Bip. The other one. The one that we gave the coin to.
Hag.
The hag?
Oh, Oolong May.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I would ask Mitch, like, Mitch, do you know any creature by the name of Oolong May?
Nope, I do not.
Since that was a creature that was guarding where we had to go. And that when, in exchange for passage, Dorzen gave her a coin, a one-way trip into the Hells. And she said finally she can return after so long.
Well, that sounds like somebody else's problem to me. Keeps flipping through the book.
Are you still trying to deflect some blame, Conrad?
No.
You understand why I'm upset at you, correct?
Yes.
Jimmy and Prissa are very valuable allies and assets to a lot of my work. They foolishly follow you for some reason. So you put them in danger. Which, by extension, puts me in danger, because I need Jimmy around for many more activities.
I don't think he'd put us in danger, Mitch.
Give it time. But anyways, everybody keeps reading their books, going about their business, and
Dorzen passes out.
immediately. And I think this is where we're ending tonight's session, everybody. When we come back tomorrow, or next week, time to end this story arc. Or begin that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, let's be real. It's gonna be like a multi-parter.
We're going to Marquette. Can't wait. World tour.
But all of you, thank you very much for playing. Thank you all for watching. I hope everybody had a good time. Bye.